Hi everyone, Neal Batra here at the floor at CES in Las Vegas. I'm with a fabulous example of future of health with Myant, and I'm here with Ilaria, who's been kind enough to talk us through what Myant's doing. Categories: smart clothing, smart textiles, wearables. I know none of these necessarily fit, Ilaria, with what you are, but maybe a quick comment about what the business is, what the product is, what's so exciting about it.
Thank you. So really, Myant started with the idea of creating an interface that would connect the human to either other humans or AI in general in a continuous way. And obviously that brought us to the healthcare sector. And so now we're actually a healthcare product in Canada and in the rest of the world, the US, in the next quarter or so.
Great. And so what are some examples of the products you have in market in Canada and that you expect to bring into the US here shortly?
Yeah. So we started with cardiovascular disease. As we know, it's the biggest problem globally. So what we started doing is we integrate sensors and actuators. I have an example here. We create sensors but via knitting. We start with smart materials and also automated knitting. And so we create the sensors, and this product essentially replaces the Holter monitor.
Okay.
So you have continuous ECG monitoring amongst many other features.
Right. So this continuous aspect, as we've been chatting, this continuous aspect really seems to be the special sauce here. What are you getting back from the marketplace and from customers around that continuous element in particular?
So there is currently nothing that is continuous. If you have a cardiology problem, you have to wear a Holter, and it's like an ECG. It's portable. It's not comfortable. So continuous is only one aspect of it. The nice thing about textiles is that it's on all the time. So if you have smart clothing throughout, you can also address comorbidities, which is also not addressed in the market right now. And so I don't think there's anything in the world right now that does anything similar.
Interesting. And so is this sold to consumers, or does this go through the physician provider route and they essentially extend this to their patients? Which way is it going?
So we started with cardiology. So we're actually going through cardiology clinics right now and to the patient through the cardiology clinic.
And do you ever see yourself going the other path as well, direct to consumer? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think, first of all, smart textiles is inevitable. And so it is, most of us are going to be wearing smart textile one way or another. And so what we're trying to do is create a platform and consolidate other devices into the textile form factor.
So let's put, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that includes third-party, adding third-party data as well.
So then let's play this out a little bit. Let's say Myant continues to go on a run here, get some scale, get some market share. Who's at risk, or what offerings or products are at risk because of the always-on wearable that we're talking about now? Do you think it drives down cardiovascular disease? Does it drive down cardiology procedures? Is that the impact?
Yeah, the most important impact is prevention. We're very reactive in healthcare right now, so we want to become preventative. You can only become preventative if you have ongoing, always-on type data that then recognizes, for example, pattern recognition, and then if there is an issue, you catch it early on. But for example, Gen 2 of this device also has ongoing blood pressure monitoring. So that's one of the type of devices that could be replaced.
So maybe last question for me, which is, you're going through the traditional route in the cardiologist. We talk about prevention. They don't necessarily make money from prevention. So how have you reconciled sort of this product through that channel with that particular individual who's saying, well, actually, as I use this more, this might actually impact my volume, it may impact my business. How have you wrestled with that issue?
Yeah, so that's a very good question, and it's different in different countries. But for example, in Canada, most people who do a Holter monitor can only wear it because it's so uncomfortable for 3 days.
Yeah.
But technically, the reimbursement for 2 weeks, which is better for the patient and better for the cardiology clinic, 2 weeks is too long, but we allow the 2 weeks through this product. So it's a win-win, I think, for everyone.
And obviously the value proposition in the US then might be a little bit different just given the different structure. I imagine you're working through that.
It's different, but there is a lot of, I would say, very receptive market here as well.
Wonderful. Well, I appreciate the time. Thanks so much. Myant here on the floor at CES, a great example of smart clothing, smart fabric, smart wearable, to the moon. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.